Hey guys, today's video is going to be all about Chanel 2019 fall makeup collection, and I know it's a little bit early about the fall makeup collection, but it's already here. So today I'm going to be showing you my picks from Chanel's 2019 fall makeup collection, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the inspiration. I'm going to show you swatches on my hand in natural daylight and with lighting, and at the end of this video I'm going to use some of the products on my face. So let's go ahead and get started. Please don't forget to like and subscribe at the end of this video and leave me a comment and tell me what you think of this makeup collection. So let me start off by quickly showing you my picks from this makeup collection, and there are two eyeshadow palettes available. I have the darker one, so this is 332. Yes, this is 332 Noir Supreme, and this is the darker eyeshadow palette. This is also Lucia Pica's favorite piece from this fall makeup collection, so I figured that this is going to be something exceptional, and it is actually quite extraordinary. I have to be honest, and I was not very excited when I first saw photos of this makeup collection, but then once I started playing around with the colors, I really like this makeup collection and I really appreciate it a lot more. So this eyeshadow palette is quite interesting, and the texture of the colors is very extraordinary. They are I wouldn't say they are creamy, but you're going to see when I swatch them, they are very pigmented color. Next, I have the two top coats, and they come in this beautiful limited edition packaging. One is white and the other one is the classic Chanel packaging. It's black, but I really like the white one, so I'm going to show you the two top coats, and I also have a lipstick. Now, I was supposed to show you also one of the Rouge Allure liquid powders, and I meant to get it, but something happened, and probably because we were talking with the lady at Chanel's store and I didn't get it. So yeah, I was thinking that I got it, but finally when I came home I found out that I don't have it. So probably I'm going to get one of the Rouge Allure liquid powders as well next time when I go to Chanel's store, but I'm going to show you one of the lipsticks. This is Rouge Allure Velvet Extreme, and I'm really very sorry that I'm not going to be able to show you the Rouge Allure liquid powder, because this was one of the things that I was most curious about. But anyways, I'm probably going to show you one of the Rouge Allure liquid powders in one of my next videos. So let's talk a little bit more about the inspiration behind this collection. To create this fall makeup collection, Lucia Pica was inspired by the colors black and white. Black and white are signature colors for the House of Chanel, and they were often used by Mademoiselle Chanel herself. Another inspiration for this fall makeup collection is the city of Paris, which Lucia Pica sees as monochromatic city, and she sees Paris is a city of black and white, but not only black and white, but all the colors beneath black and white. So Lucia Pica decided to play with the light and shadows and create a makeup collection that's inspired by black and white, but also she added more colors. So the collection is not only black and white, but black and white are definitely the statement colors of this makeup collection. The collection is quite dark, and I would say that this is a statement collection. I wouldn't say that this is a collection that you are going to wear on an everyday basis. You can make the products work for an everyday makeup, but mainly I would say that this is a statement collection, and this is for those of you who really like those kind of deep dark colors. And you have to play around a little bit with the colors to make them work if you want them to work for everyday makeup. But I would definitely say that this is a very interesting collection, and it has some products that really grabbed my attention, and these are the two top coats. At first when I saw the photos I was thinking that this was going to be very hard to wear, but then once I started to play around with the eyeshadow palette and with the top coats, I really loved the colors and how they work together. You need a little bit of time to get used to that kind of dark colors if you're not used to that kind of dark colors, but I'm going to have more videos and I'm going to show you how to use this eyeshadow palette, because I really like the texture and I really like the quality of this eyeshadow palette, Noir Supreme. So I want to say a few words about each of the items that I got from this makeup collection, and first I'm going to start with the star of this year's fall makeup collection, and this is definitely this eyeshadow quad, because this is Lucia Pica's favorite eyeshadow quad, and also I think this is a statement piece for this fall makeup collection. It contains 4 colors, and they are all 4 different colors. You can use each of these colors alone. You can mix them with different colors that you have. And I would say that the texture of this eyeshadows is very interesting. It's quite creamy. You know that I always encourage you to use some of your eyeshadows wet with a wet brush just to get more intense colors. These colors are very highly pigmented and they are very intense. So I would say don't use them with a wet brush because the consistency is quite strange, and when I'm touching them with my finger, they feel almost like a little bit oily, the texture is very interesting, but definitely don't use this with a wet brush because I think that you might ruin these eyeshadows if you use them with a wet brush. Besides, you don't really need to use them with a wet brush because they are very, very highly pigmented. So I would say that this eyeshadow palette is very suitable for a statement evening look, but you can also use it for every day. And the way to use it every day, actually I'm going to do more videos dedicated to this eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to show you different ways to use it for every day in case you want to use this eyeshadow palette for every day. So moving on to the top coats. The top coats are my favorites in this year's fall makeup collection because the top coats are exactly what I want a top coat to be. This is exactly what I was expecting from the eyeglosses. I really didn't like the eyeglosses that were released in the previous collection, and I don't like also this new highlighting gel that was released because it's a little bit too much for me. I don't like, it gives that kind of sweaty effect, which I don't like. And also I didn't like the gel top coats from the previous makeup collection because I've seen them on a few friends and I really don't like the way they look on the eyelids. I like them for editorials. I think they look great on a 18-year-old model and for shootings. And for shootings, generally it looks good, but in real life it looks a little bit too much and it looks a little bit sweaty and it's not flattering. But these two are statement products. I really love them, and I'm thinking that I can use them alone also with a little bit of eyeliner, and you can use this also alone. I really like the consistency of these two products. So yesterday when I got them, I was really excited. I wanted to film immediately swatches and I wanted to show you swatches immediately. So by accident I dropped it and my finger dipped into the pan, and actually I removed the whole product. Not the whole product, but half of the product I removed it. It remained on my finger. So I can say that I closely inspected the consistency of this top coat, and it's very, very interesting. This is not powder, this is not cream, but it's something in the middle. So I basically removed half of the pan, half of the product. It was left on my finger. So it has that kind of strange, thick consistency, but it's not powder. It's definitely not powder. As you can see now, it's completely intact because I just put the whole product back and I pressed it with my fingertip. And as you can see now, it looks almost perfect. So half of the product, as you can see, oops, I'm gonna drop it again, I think. So as you can see, half of the product, you can see here the marks, was removed from the pan. And so this one is kind of sticky, like there was some kind of product that kids used to play with when I was little. I don't really remember what was it, but it's similar. The consistency of this eyeshadows is similar. So I can literally take this out, play around with my fingertips and squeeze it, and I can put it back and press it and it's going to look just like that. So yeah, I really closely inspected the consistency of this top coat and I really like it. So the top coats are definitely my favorite product. I'm really sorry that I don't have the Rouge Allure liquid powder because I like the Rouge Allure liquid powders. But I also like this lipstick and I went for the paler one, and this is 128. This is the paler color. I think this one is very wearable. It's a little bit drying on the lips because this is a very matte color. So let's go ahead and try everything on my face now. So let's go ahead and play a little bit with the products that I have from this collection, and I'm going to start with the eyeshadow palette. So I think this is very suitable for an evening look. Definitely this is a statement palette and you can use it for an evening look. You have to be very light-handed with these colors because they are very highly pigmented and you might end up looking like panda. So I would say that this is not very suitable for everyday use, even though I'm going to show you today how you can use it as an everyday eyeshadow palette. But still, keep in mind that it takes a little bit of time to get used to these dark colors. If you're not used to these dark colors, or if you're new to makeup, it's gonna take some time to get used to using this kind of dark colors, or you have to mix them with different eyeshadows that you have from different palettes. But I know that a lot of people are going to be afraid to use this on an everyday basis. So the way to use this on an everyday basis and look beautiful is each of these colors used alone is very, very beautiful and very flattering. So you can just take a small eyeliner brush like this, or whatever eyeliner brush you have, and you can use each of these colors as eyeliner. Then if you want, you can smudge it a little bit and you're going to get that really nice, very subtle smoky eye, or you can just use them as eyeliners and they are going to look beautiful and you can use them on an everyday basis. So we're going to do something similar today, and I'm very tempted to use the red color or the blue color, but still I think I'm gonna play safe and I'm going to be using this color. I'm going to be using this color right here because it's interesting. This one is a dark brown color, which is great for the crease. But once again, make sure that you are very light-handed when you're using this color. Now, one more thing, when you're using this eyeshadow palette, make sure to prime your eyelids beforehand and use a little bit of powder on your eyelids or some kind of a base that's going to be powdery, because these are very highly pigmented and the consistency is kind of a little bit like creamy. I wouldn't say creamy, but it's very, very highly pigmented consistency. And if you want to use them as eyeshadows, you might end up applying a lot of product. But if you prime your eyelids and if you apply a little bit of powder, then this is going to glide beautifully. If you don't do that, the color might not be distributed as beautiful and it might not end up looking beautiful. You have to slowly build up these colors. So I'm gonna go in and use this color right here. And I'm gonna use it with an eyeliner brush. And I'm just going to use it as an eyeliner. Now I want to use a little bit from the blue on my lower lash line. And I'm going to edit the whole video because I don't want to make this video too long, and I'm going to have more videos dedicated to this eyeshadow palette and I'm going to show you how to use it. But now just to quickly see a very basic look, just a little bit on the lower lash line. And now I'm going to be using one of the top coats. This is 327 because I want to show you how it looks. And now that I have the eyeliner on, I'm just going to use this probably either with fingertips or you can use this with the sponge applicator. Let's try the sponge applicator actually, that comes inside. I think this is not going to work because I don't like sponge applicators a lot, but still, let's see how it applies with a sponge applicator because I think this is going to add some shine. Also, the sponge applicator doesn't work. I don't like it. I'm going to use this with fingers because top coats usually work best when you use them with fingers, and look how beautiful this is. So I'm just building up the top coat, and as you can see, it's very wearable even for daytime. Now it's not very easy to apply. I have to say I really have to dip my finger into the top coat. Maybe that's because of the consistency, but I'm really digging into this top coat to get some color. And that's not the same with the white top coat. The white top coat is a lot softer, whereas this one is a bit harder. So this one is really hard, like I have to dip my finger really into the color to get color. Whereas the white one is with a different consistency. You can very easily get the white one. But still, if you're consistent, you can build up the color as I'm doing now. So now I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to take a little bit from the top coat and just bring it upwards and smooth the edges. And now I'm going to get a touch of the dark brown color, but very lightly take the excess on the back of my hand and I'm just going to darken the very outer part of my eye, just to emphasize a little bit the darkness, but very lightly. Now I'm going to blend everything using a big blending brush. This is a brush by Sephora. And I'm just going to use it to kind of seamlessly blend everything. And now, because I want to show you also how the white top coat looks, I'm going to apply a little bit in the inner corners of my eyes. And let's see what happens. I haven't tried that. I haven't tried applying the white top coat in my inner corners, but let's go ahead and see what's going to happen. So let's go ahead and try. I'm going to try once again use the applicator that comes inside, because I just want to get the inner corners of my eyes. Ooh, that's really nice in the inner corners of the eyes. And the applicator works just fine. So I'm going to drag the color a little bit, just to bring some light. I really love this white top coat. Okay, so in the inner corners of my eyes, I applied the white top coat and I dragged the color a little bit further, and then I continued to build up this color, the dark top coat, in the middle of my eye. So this is the final result. And I'm actually happy with the result. I'm going to zoom in now and show you, and now I'm going to curl my eyelashes and apply plenty of mascara. So this is the look with mascara on, and now I'm going to apply some lipstick. And the lipstick that I have is number 128, Rose Nocturne. And I'm just going to lightly dot it on my lips. I'm going to use it like a stain. And that's the finished look. I applied a little bit of lip balm, clear lip balm on top, because my lips are a little bit dry now. Okay guys, I think that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave me a comment at the end of this video. And tell me which are your favorite products from this makeup collection. Have you picked any of the products from this makeup collection? And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!